Mic check. Hold on. Make sure my levels is up. Hello, world. Hold on. Let's go. Ooh. Let's go. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure my stuff right. Make sure y'all can hear me. How's the lighting? Make sure my lighting's good. Okay. Get my hoodie tight like I'm on battle rapping. All right, y'all. Welcome back. Hold on. Let's turn this down. Let's turn this down a bit. What's going on? What's going on? Glad to have y'all back. This is Dissect the Dialogue. You should know me by now. Let me turn this down real quick. Ooh, a lot to get into. Let me turn this down. Make sure y'all, wherever y'all at, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for supporting me. Let's get to the nitty gritty. All right. Bruh. Cat in the Hat. That's all I can say. Cat in the Hat is on some crazy, some crazy shit right now. He dropping nothing but jewels, but the truth's always in jokes. That's what he was always known for. Like, he'll tell you a joke, but he'll never tell you a lie. I mean, even if it's a light white lie, it's still some truth to it. That's why I always rock with Cat, no matter what. But I mean, that was like an interesting stream of consciousness. I wouldn't even consider that like necessarily an interview per se. I just saw it as a long-winded diatribe, just a passionate stream of consciousness. If I said the right, stream of consciousness, yeah. That's all I seen it as, mainly, because I mean, people trying to, shame Shannon Sharp's, but let's be honest, it's not like he's Barbara Walters or what's that dude's name? Dan Rather. It's not like he's none of those guys. I mean, I hate that they try to. I mean, I get it. He's an athlete, but shit. If Ronald Reagan was president, Trump was president, and Joan Rivers was able to host and wasn't that funny, and Tiffany Haddish can still have a career in comedy, I mean, shit. Let him do his thing. He's getting money some way other than, his retirement check or his Social Security, whatever he's spending first. But not to get too off topic, but yeah, that was interesting. That was an interesting. He said, like, he broke down a lot of stuff. He exposed a lot of people, right? But part of me is thinking like I know that if you want to use the word blackball from Hollywood or whatever, if you want to use that term, I wouldn't necessarily use it, because why is he given the platform to talk about these individuals without any repercussions? Like, who does he have to? Because everybody has to answer to somebody. That was always like my life lesson. There's one thing that I take, once I leave here to the next dimension or next life, whatever you believe in, or if there's not a next life, who knows, is that everybody answers to somebody, no matter who they are. Anybody is capable of, of killing someone, and anybody's capable of dying. Doesn't matter how tough you are, strong you are, there's always going to be somebody that's better than you in some way, whether it be physical, mental, spiritual, etc., etc. Our only goal as humans is to learn how to navigate in a chaotic world, no matter what. And I believe that people think that because they have money and certain status that they can't lose that in the blink of an eye and the snap of a finger. But it made me think about all these individuals that were able to get these roles and get these opportunities, get these movies out, especially in, want to say urban community, whatever. the melanated community. I'll say that indigenous, you want whatever you want to call it. Trying to eradicate that from my lexicon. But it makes you think about this. Yeah, you're being able to make these movies and push it out, but knowing the history of the industry that is Hollywood, you have to cross somebody, get through somebody in order to do what you can. Nobody just comes out the gate doing what they want. They got to come through somebody, and they got to follow their code, their laws, their regulations. They got to play by their rules in a sense. So who are the gatekeepers? Let's just break that down. Who are the gatekeepers? Let's get into that. Who are the gatekeepers? Why is the transitions not functioning? I gotta work on these things, man. My sounds is not going good. Technical difficulties as we're starting. We're not even. All right, let me just. All right, I'll just do my own. Hold on, I gotta go on my phone real quick. Who are the gatekeepers? What is gatekeeping exactly? Now, from what I've read and what they say gatekeepers are, is that there's two definitions. There's an attendant employed to control who goes through a gate, and it also means a person or thing that controls access to something. And I think this applies to not just Hollywood, but I think it applies to a lot of jobs, politics, media, sports, etc. In order to it's like this. In order to become at a certain level, talent, as far as what you're gifted with, what you were, I guess, blessed enough to have in your DNA, doesn't necessarily cut it. Because most of these companies are so driven on selling a product or selling a brand, they don't necessarily care about who is the most gifted actor, rapper, singer, songwriter, musician, poet, athlete. They don't necessarily care if they're great or not. Now, mind you, not saying that these people are not talented or they don't have any gifts, but would we consider them necessarily great? Like, not to throw dirt, but me personally, I wouldn't consider Michael B. Jordan a A-lister per se as far as talent as an actor, right? I mean, as far as his roles that he's selected, most of the time I just kind of see Michael B. Jordan playing Michael B. Jordan. Even when he was Killmonger, he was Michael B. Jordan. Now you can say whatever, but that's just me. When I watch Killmonger, it's like I'm trying to think of like when Jamie Foxx was playing Ray Charles, right? He was Ray Charles. When Denzel was Malcolm X, he was Malcolm X. When Al Pacino was Michael Corleone, Tony Montana, when he was in Cinema Woman, I believe that. Daniel Day Lewis, when he was Daniel Plainview, I believe that. Ryan Reynolds, every movie he's in is Ryan Reynolds. Like, I mean, Deadpool kind of fit him because Deadpool, as the character, for those that dig in the comments, there was actually into that actually fits. But if you think about every movie Ryan Reynolds been in, he's always been Ryan Reynolds. Nothing more, nothing less. I don't really see him as a guy that has range. But, I mean, for those that's in that higher rank, they don't necessarily, like I said, they don't necessarily have to be talented per se. As long as they can show up on time. Woo. Excuse me. As long as they can show up on time, memorize the stuff, whatever, whatever. As long as they look good, have a presence that, be honest, that most women want. You have to look like women want to smash you, basically. You have to have, and vice versa with women. And speaking on women when it comes to gatekeeping, I mean, rules may be a little different, but, you know, still kind of applies. You still got certain women in Hollywood that, yeah, of course, there's like I said, different playing field, but some of your favorite actresses probably had to sleep with some powerful people to get the jobs they had. And then you wonder out the blue why they're not working after what? Being popular like a 5, 7 year run and then just disappear out the blue. No one thinks that's odd. They all gotta play that game because like gatekeepers, they could let you in, but the thing is, will you be able to stay in there for the long haul? And that's what people tend to get carried away. They get too comfortable thinking that they could just get away doing what they want to do, but not having to pay the price. Like, come on, all those actresses that won Oscars, that was always thinking Harvey Weinstein, come on, Gwyneth Paltrow. When Gwyneth Paltrow ever been like, oh my gosh, she has such range? Let's be honest, she's just a tall, somewhat pretty blonde chick. You know, she got the name because she's from a famous. I think her mom was in Meet the Parents. She was in a lot of stuff. Her dad, real known and how like it's all just smoke and mirrors when it comes to that. And for those that think that it's just exclusive to one group of people, is it exclusive to one group of people? I mean, like I said, doesn't necessarily have to be a selective group. It just matters on because even the gatekeepers have some gatekeepers as well. That's also follow with the whole got to answer. Everybody has to answer to somebody. Excuse me. Whoa, I usually get some Z's. I'm working crazy, but I think it really delves into like Clarence Avant. A lot of y'all don't know him, but he's the Black Godfather. Managed a lot of people in the music industry for years and years and years. Got to a position where, and I think for those that aren't familiar with him, his daughter, I believe, is married to the co-chairman, co-CEO of Netflix. So yeah, it gets deeper. But which is why there's a lot of interracial, crappy romance movies on Netflix. Anyway, Clarence Avant responsible for being pretty much the guy to get the A-OK to let some entertainers cross through that threshold of being popular, getting fame, getting a certain level of prestige. So, like I said, it's always been around. The question is, the real question is like, what do they have to do in order to get where they want to be? Now, someone like me that knows, like, I always see, especially nowadays in society, it's just a big ass high school. Everybody's always trying to chase that high, no pun intended, of what it was like in their, years where, because you got to think, what's the difference between, there's no real difference from high school as opposed to college, as opposed to things that happen in the sports world, what happens in the corporate setting and all that, right? You got to fit in with a certain type of clique, a certain status level of people, right? You got certain people that try to kiss up to the higher ups to get to another higher part of the other point of position, right? Everybody's smashing everybody. Everybody's open to everybody. Ain't no loyalty as far as like who getting with who. So that's another thing. Crazy drugs, crazy sex, crazy partying. Um, you know, awards that don't really mean nothing once you get them. Fame and can disappear, fade away in a matter of seconds. Like it's all just a big that and social media is just it's just high school just all wrapped up. And me, from my personal experience, it never really was high school famous or never really sought it out, to be honest. And for someone that knows what it's like to be popular for a short amount of time, I also know what it's like when people forget about how they wasn't on your dick basically 5 minutes ago. So I've also seen that as well. That's why I think fame is basically, don't get me wrong, I would like people to recognize my greatness. I would like people to know that, oh, he did this, or he was in that, or he created this thing that was impactful to society. It's cool. I like stuff like that. But this whole doing any and everything for attention, that's like, you know, prostitute type shit. Like some, you got to tap dance, shuck and jive, whatever, to keep your feet going, make sure that they don't get a new specimen or whatever. Some people are built for it, some ain't. And you see the ones that constantly try to, play that same game, and you could look in their face that they're tired and they're just exhausted, and that it's not cut out the way they seem. I'm pretty sure everybody that was younger was dying to be famous. They couldn't wait until they realized what came with it. And I think that's what Cat was digging into. He was digging into a lot of what you got to do to get in those doors. Then certain people can accept it. Certain people understand that there's some truth to it, while others rather make a song about something instead of just speaking, I don't know, regularly. That's kind of ludicrous, isn't it? Not mess with ludicrous. Like he was like, I grew up listening to stuff all the time, but I ain't gonna lie, that was kind of I wasn't really feeling what he was doing. It was like, plus he's been in that franchise since when? When that what 2000 and when 2000 first came out? 2003. Oh, 2003, and I think that's when he started becoming popular around that time. Yeah, and I just found out. I just found out that Ludacris was related to Richard Pryor. So it's like you can't believe nothing. No, it's like everybody is. In order to be in that sphere up top, you gotta like know somebody that probably knows somebody, and it's a back and forth of. I get it. It's like you can consider it like a form of networking. It's okay to an extent, but when it's like I just what group was it? I just found on Wu Tang. I already knew that like RZA, Jizz, and ODB were cousins, but I remember looking up. I found out that Flavor Flav was related to them. So I'm like, oh damn. It's like everybody goddamn cousins or whatever. Like everybody related to everybody. So it was like, man, I'm good. I don't want to be famous that bad, man. Mm-mm. It's not worth the stress. It's not worth the headache. It's not worth the pulling of the hair, losing hair. It's just not cut. It's not even like I'm scared of like what people might do. I know shit. I gotta worry about watching my back, Uh, you know, with my own people that say they love me, or like watching, what comment they might make, or if they're saying like if they sound like they're saying something like they're happy for me, but then I gotta hear their tone as opposed to what they're saying, or if they ask me about this new, I don't know, like this new house I got, like this new whatever, and they asking me how much it costs, like just little stuff. I gotta watch out. If I can't trust, you know, people that so say love me, I mean, shit, a bunch of strangers trying to. It's like to me, it's like a cakewalk. It's like, oh, y'all not going about to, manipulate me to do anything. Y'all can't trick me for nothing. What can y'all do that I haven't seen already? That's why I never did understand the whole, parents always want to say, I'm protecting you from the real world, so I gotta shit. The real world treat me more with love than y'all mothers. Shit, I'd rather say, oh, it's a cold world. Shit, well, shit, I'm freezing my ass off then. It's a cold world now. I'm burning. I'm burning in hell with being around y'all. Shit, but it's alright though. In other news, Whoopi Goldberg, panicking self. She, I don't know what she was she talking about some, what's she talking about? Yeah, talking about, says she don't know the Epstein list was fake. You know what that remind me of? Her and TD Jakes, when they got caught doing some funny stuff, right? Why all of a sudden they they panic and talking about some. First of all, TD Jakes, if y'all didn't watch that, TD Jakes was stuttering like crazy. He was stuttering like crazy when he was like responding to, like, I could tell like the line in the voice, and he was wearing red. But Whoopi Goldberg, when she was saying that, like, it's a fake, like, don't believe that, I'm like, you could have kept this to yourself because no one was thinking about you really. If you knew it was fake, why why did you have to make a big deal out of it? Excuse me. Why did you have to, announce it on live TV that it was so fake? If it was fake, then you should have just kept your mouth shut. Same thing with TD Jakes. Like, and then you got people trying to say, like, I heard someone trying to say about the whole TD Jakes thing about, like, oh well, you need evidence and whatever, blah blah blah, and that. But I tell you, I'll bet if there is evidence, if there is like someone digging, the closet, digging the closet. If they dig in there and they find some stuff, I bet you they still be in the know. But hey, none of my business. Just sipping tea. I don't have tea. I need some tea. But okay, let me get serious. Let me see what is going on. Sounds okay. Let's just go do this shit. Final thoughts. Let's just go ahead. Give me some final thoughts. Um, as far as that realm that guys like Kat was talking about, and um, I know a lot of times some people tend to feel sorry about them because of the predicament that they're in. But the powers that be, per se, are they really responsible for what happens to the people that they exploit? Are they responsible? Because I mean, it's a dog eat dog world, human, beings, and the animal kingdom. The only difference is one of us only walks on two legs, and the other one doesn't really. Uh, how do I put it? Have to pay taxes. So yeah. So two different types of species, but they all have the same, mindset of what it's like to survive in the world. If you're soft, you're gonna get taken advantage of. And if you're a predator, you better hope there's no one bigger and tougher than you. Then there's those that just know how to blend in and adapt. Me personally, I prefer to blend and adapt because you never know if I'm just gonna be the person that's passive and wants to unite, or if I want to just straight cause havoc. But I think even going into the whole Cassie situation, like not giving, I'm not giving Puff a pass. Don't trust me. I'm not definitely not giving him a pass, but clear example of a person that is a somewhat gatekeeper, but also has a gatekeeper handler as well, i.e., Clyde Davis, who was letting him do parties without any permits for Howard. And then, that thing that happened where those people died, like 9 people died, and then out of nowhere, they just forgot all about him. And then he was able to start his own label, and then everything with Biggie, Mace, Craig Mack, Shine, all these artists either dead or found religion or turned gay. Um, Things like that is what I mean as far as, it's sort of like for Cassie's perspective is like, again, I'm not saying that I don't feel bad about her situation, but it's not like she was a kid. It's not like she was like a little girl. I'm pretty sure she knew exactly what she was getting involved in. And that's what I mean when certain people will do anything as long as they're around certain people of a certain status. And I think Kat mentioned that as well. Certain people will do anything as long as they're close to somebody that will get them in the door. I mean, that's what Young Miami doing. When the last time you heard of Young Miami girls? Just saying. But yeah, that's a it was a tough pill to swallow. It was a crazy way to enter into the year for Cat, but yeah, that was a lot to impact. A lot of people aren't ready to hear certain stuff like that. They rather just live in the dark. Ignorance is truly bliss, unfortunately, to most people because they don't think stuff like sacrifices exist. Things of a Illuminati uh, doesn't exist. You know, but why make it up if it wouldn't be true? Now I don't know if, as far as like whoever's responsible for, get my hair right, whoever's responsible for putting certain people on. I mean, that's their business, but I just know that for certain people that wants to get into that industry, and I know I'm gonna try to find different ways to do my own thing without having to sacrifice a part of myself or sacrifice somebody else in that sphere. But I know that people that's involved with all that, just be more aware. That's the only thing I can say. Just please, 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 please be more aware. I'm sick of hearing these horror stories about people getting screwed over with their money, finances, their round browns, and you know, we just kind of like say, "Oh, it's too bad," or we kind of clown them, but it's like, in a grand scheme of things, like it's really like it's tough. It's really tough, but yeah, just gotta be quick on your toes. Gotta be quick on your toes, but yeah, that's all I gotta say on that. Like I said, just a quick little wrap up. Like I said, I promise. Part of me was like, pardon the y'all got to pardon the yawns, but I don't really believe in editing and changing stuff. I mean, shit, I'm human just like y'all. I have regular emotions sometimes. I could happy, sad, angry, tired, up, So I can't change that about this. But hey, who knows? 5 years from now, maybe even 10 years from now, I could be going big, be on some Howard Stern, Joe Rogan. So I'm moving my mic. Bill Maher type stuff, but who knows? Who knows what the future might hold? But I appreciate y'all for sticking in. Uh, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, share it to a friend, etc., etc. Spotify, Anchor, uh, catch me on the Twitter. Just type Dissect the Dialogue or D underscore T underscore D underscore official. I'm forgetting the tag. Uh, IG as well, Dissect the Dialogue official. Y'all can just follow me there. Post all types of content. And new episodes every other day. That is a promise. But appreciate y'all for tuning in. And until next time, I'm gone. Peace.